Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Another month has bitten the dust and we are here to talk about my October favorites. It was a good month. I have a lot of favorites in front of me, so I am not going to have any kind of long intro. We are just going to get into it. I have some makeup, some skincare, some perfume, some hair care, some randoms. Let's start out with the randoms. I was sent by Sleep and Glow, which is a pillow that I have talked about a lot in the past, a weighted blanket. Now, obviously, I cannot open this and show you within the screen of my camera, but it is a twin size blanket and it weighs 15 pounds. Now, I've heard of weighted blankets before. I've contemplated getting them for Cortland, but she was like, no, I would not wear one. So I just, kind of put it out of thought, out of mind. And when they offered to send it to me, I was like, sure, I'll try it. Y'all, this thing is amazing. I have not slept better in a very long time. And it's twin size, so we have a king size bed. Chad doesn't get it. It stays on my side of the bed. But the first night I wore it, I was like, oh, this is really like cozy. Like I felt like I was in a cocoon, very comforting. But I was like, I don't know if I'm going to sleep any different. Y'all, I woke up and I legit don't think I moved the entire night. And I slept sound. Like I did not wake up once. I'm not a bad sleeper by any means, but I do wake up like, randomly throughout the night and turn over and fall back asleep. I didn't do any of that. And I was like, this is fabulous. Really, really nice. So I have continued to use it. And I have loved it. So again, it is 15 pounds. You can get it on the Sleep and Glow. Weighted blankets have been known to help for anxiety, lots of different advantages of using a weighted blanket. And I was not aware of them until I was sent this one and Googled it to research it. And it's kind of cool. Everything that, is claimed about the use of a weighted blanket. So definitely check that out if you haven't already. They have also launched a new silk line. So they sent me a new pillowcase for my pillow, and it is a nice silk pillowcase. So this is the pillow that I've talked about many times before. And I believe this is the rose gold shade. And then a nice little sleep mask, which I think is very luxe looking. And I love how it matches the pillowcase. So I wanted to talk about those as well, but the weighted blanket, y'all, it's no joke. All right, let's get into some beauty. Let's talk about a couple of hair care items that I have gotten this month and really enjoyed. I know I have talked about in the past that I'm struggling now with very oily hair. Like when I say oily, I mean like I wash my hair. I always wash my hair at night. I'll wake up the next morning and I feel like I'm already a greasy mess. So I got my hair done this past week. I was talking to my hairdresser about it and she was like, how many times do you wash your hair? And I'm like, twice a week. And she was like, no, how many times when you're in the shower do you wash your hair? I'm like, once. And she was like, no, you need to wash it twice. And I'm like, okay, I remember growing up when all the shampoos, and maybe they still do, I don't know, but they used to say like lather, rinse, repeat. Well, that's what she instructed me to do for my hair. And she used a new shampoo that they had in the salon on me, and I ended up buying it because she was talking about how much she loved it. And it's from Davines, which I've talked about on my channel before. I love their products. And this is the OI shampoo. I don't know if it's the We shampoo or what, but it's just OI shampoo. And it's got Roku oil. I don't know what that means, but it's an absolute beautifying shampoo for all hair types. And she said that she was sent a sample of it because they carry Davines in the salon, and she used it and she was blown away by it. And so she promptly ordered the back bar version to use on her clients. It smells different, but in a good way. I can't explain the scent at all, but I actually enjoy it. And when I say this sucker lathers, it lathers probably more than any other shampoo that I own. I don't know. It doesn't say it's like paraben and all that free. Y'all, I really don't care about that. I probably should, but I don't. But it's lathers so well. I have been washing it twice and using very little conditioner just on my ends. And I have been able to go 4 days without using dry shampoo. So that was the trick for me. And y'all are probably like, duh, I do that all the time. But if you weren't, duh, I do that all the time, and you struggle with an oily scalp and hair that you feel like you're just constantly dousing with dry shampoo, give the double wash a try and look into the shampoo, because I think both of those together is what has helped my hair. Another hair product that I ordered this month, I heard the owner of Shin Beauty, which I guess is a store in Brooklyn, New York, a beauty store, but they also have an e-commerce site. I heard her being interviewed on a podcast. And at the end, the hosts were asking, okay, what are some of your like unsung hero products? The ones that you don't feel like get enough love. And she mentioned this Manta brush. I tried to get the hair out of it, y'all, but it's a brush. There's going to be hair. But this is what it looks like. I mean, a little different, right? It's an English brand, and it was a hairdresser in the UK whose wife was going through chemo. And she was at that stage where every time she brushed her hair, she felt like she was just losing a lot of it. Nothing was gentle enough. And so he set out to make something that was gentle enough, which those kind of stories just warm my heart. I love a man who will do something for his wife like that. And he created this brush called Manta, and it's kind of like a silicone. See how flexible it is? Everything on it, to my knowledge, is silicone, the bristles and everything. And it really just molds to your hair, and you can hardly feel it, but it detangles. It's fabulous. Now, Courtland she's my oldest, if you don't know. She's about to be 13. Sorry, y'all, I'm just brushing my hair. She is at that stage in her life where she's like, I am never cutting my hair. Okay, so it's almost all the way down her back. She legit does not want to cut her hair. But because it's so long, it gets really tangly. Even when she wears it in a ponytail to the side, she kind of has it hang over her shoulder. And it's not fun combing her hair or brushing through her hair when she has those tangles. When I got this and I did it, she was like, are you going to brush my hair? And I'm like, I'm brushing it. She could barely feel it. So if you do have a hair that you feel like falls out easily, if you have a sensitive scalp, if you have tangles that you feel like it just hurts to get them out every day, I would definitely recommend looking into this. So that is the Manta brush. All right, let's get into some skincare. I have 3 skincare products. The first is a product that Color Science sent to me probably 5 weeks ago, like a little before the end of September, but it was in an embargo until mid-October when it launched. And this is the Color Science Total Eye Firm and Repair Cream, so their eye cream. I did a Zoom call with Color Science at the end of September to learn more about this, and I have used this exclusively since September 30th. I have not used another eye cream morning or night since then. So the entire month of October, this is all I used, and I can honestly say it's fabulous. I may even go so far, I need to finish the whole bottle, as to say it has now become my favorite eye cream. There is something about it that is so good. And when you see the before and afters on Color Science's site, it is insane. This targets fine lines, it targets wrinkles, it targets dark circles, it targets puffiness. It's got antioxidants, it's got botanical blends, it's got peptides, it has caffeine. It's got basically everything you need to ensure that your eyes look the best they can. It works great under every single corrector, concealer, foundation, everything that I have worn on top of this, it works great with. Now, it does come with a pump. It is 0.6 fluid ounces, so you're getting a little bit more than the standard eye cream, which typically comes in ½ an ounce. And I'm going to show you, I don't want to waste any of it, but it comes out in this like a little bit thicker, balmy texture, okay? And when you rub it in, it's almost like a primer for your under eyes. Oh, it's so nice. It is so nice. And it just, I don't know if you can tell because my lights, I'm figuring out my lights. They've been messing up lately. But this area is just so much more smoothed out than any other area. It makes my concealer lay better. It keeps it from creasing as much. There's really not much that I can say bad about this. There's nothing I can say bad about it. I really enjoy it. So that is the Total Eye Firm and Repair Cream. And y'all know how I am about eye creams. A lot of them I can't use because they tend to break out my area, especially right here on my upper cheekbones. I've had no issues with this. No milia, no nothing. Very picky with my eye creams. So if I say that it's a good eye cream, for me, it's a really good eye cream. Now, another thing from Color Science that I started using again this month. I used it. They sent me lab samples of this before they even launched it, and I loved it then. And this is the full size. This is the Color Science Sun Forgettable Total Protection Face Shield Flex. So I did an Instagram reel when I was in Florida in October, if you want to go back and look at that. And I used this. It was like my very most minimal makeup routine, right? And it wasn't even a makeup routine. I think the only makeup I used was mascara and lip gloss, where I put this in the Total Science 3-in-1. And that was basically my face. This is in the shade medium. They do have multiple shades of this. And it comes out in like a white SPF, but then it's got little flecks in it, which are actually the beads of pigment. So once you rub it in, you'll be able to see as I rub it, it changes from that white to a tone. So again, this is a medium, or the medium shade. They have fair, they have tan, and I believe they have deep. So you can see it's so nice. It's not heavy on the skin, but it's got really good coverage. So on those no makeup days when I don't want to wear foundation, but I do kind of want to even out my redness, have a little bit of coverage, and still provide me with that good SPF mineral 50 plus, then this is what I reach for. Really, really like that. And then the last skincare product, this is from Bay Harbor Beauty. She sent this to me because she'd asked if I'd ever tried it, and I said no. I had just run out of my Chantecaille Hyaluronic Acid Serum, so I started using this in its place, and I've really been liking it. It is the Ceramide and Hyaluronic Acid Serum. Age-defying ceramides that provide optimal hydration. So I think my lights are totally blinding this out, but this is it. It comes in a pump, and when you read the Inky List on the side, I mean, it's got beta-glucan is the first ingredient. It has ceramides, many different ceramides. It's got cholesterols, extracts, triglycerides, hyaluronic acid. I mean, lots and lots of good stuff. One of the other reasons I really like it is that it comes out in this like serum-y gel cream, but when you rub it in, it sinks in super fast. It doesn't leave any kind of dew behind. It's just very hydrating, but it doesn't mess with anything else. I know some hyaluronic acids can be so hydrating, they end up being like super luminous. That is not the case with this at all. Okay, that's skincare. Let's talk about a few makeup items and then fragrance, and then I'll stop yapping because I have a feeling this is gonna be a very long video. So a couple of makeup items that I have been loving. The foundation that I have on my skin right now, I did a video using all of the new base products that I have from this brand. I think it was the last video I put up. This is the Beauty Pie Everyday Great Skin Foundation. If you have not watched that video, please go check it out because I was amazed at how well this foundation worked. And not only how well it worked, but how well it worked under my eyes. If you notice in that video, I did not use a corrector. I put a little bit of this foundation under my eyes before I used the concealer, and it worked so well. It wore really well under the eyes, but it had amazing coverage. Super lightweight, but when I say this stayed all day, this stays and stayed all day long. I have it on underneath the Amazing Base from Jane Iredale today. I'm liking to try it with different powders, and it works great with everything I use it with. So good. They say luminous matte finish, but to me, it's just a very natural finish. It can be manipulated if you want to make it more luminous or more matte. As you can see in the video, the powder that I used definitely mattified it, but you can also mix it with luminous foundations, luminous serums. You can use a luminous primer under it. You can use a luminous powder. I mean, there's different ways you can manipulate it, but it just works. It works really well. So I was very, very pleased with that. I really like everything that I used in that video, but if I had to pick an absolute favorite, it would probably be this. My eye look. My eye look may look familiar if you saw my full face of Alima Pure makeup. Now, I feel like it did not get many views at all. And I don't know why, because honestly, it's one of my favorite looks I have ever done. Everything just came together so beautifully. And one of my very favorite products from that was the eyeshadow that I used on my lid. So this is what I have on today, and it is called Icon. And it's so a little, I was gonna say so deceiving, and then I was gonna say a little deceiving, but it is actually pretty deceiving because in the pan, it looks kind of grayish, maybe even a little taupe, But then when you put it on the eyes, it's like this pewter green. I don't even know, like, I don't want to say green because that scares people off. I mean, you can see what it looks like on my eyes, right? So this is, even on the finger, it looks taupe. And that's what's so crazy. When I swatch it, it looks taupe. When I put it on the eyes, it looks like this greeny color. Either way, it's going to look beautiful, but it always ends up kind of this greenish color on my eyes. It's just a really pretty shadow, y'all. And Freeze Co Beauty carries Alima Pure now. I have a discount code for them. It's a like organic type, natural, clean brand. It's really, I've just been very impressed. And I wanted to show this because I feel like out of the videos that I watch on Alima Pure, I don't hear much about their shadows. And this is definitely a standout color for me. Some other shadows that Freeze Co Beauty has started carrying, and not only shadows, but shadows and blush colors, are from Fit Glow Beauty. Now I took mine out and put them in this palette, so all this stuff is just random shadows, but the ones that I'm talking about right here are the 9 shadows and blush shades right here from Fit Glow. They are in bigger pans. They're 4 grams each, and they're called the multi-use cheek color and shadow. Now, some will say multi-use eye color, some says multi-use cheek color. I use them on both. In fact, the crease shade and the shade under my eyes today is this cheek color in Buff. It's also the blush that I have on. So that is Buff. I did an Instagram video using some of these more neutral colors on the eyes. I have swatched them all on my Instagram. If you have any questions, let me know, but these are really good. They are $28. Now I do have a discount code for them. That is a little bit expensive for a shadow. I don't think it's expensive for a blush, but they're big pans and they're gonna last you forever. And to me, they are multi-use. I have not tried using some of these more neutral colors as bronzers, but if you are the appropriate skin tone, they definitely could be used for that. I definitely have used this golden hour, not only on the eyes, but as a highlighter, and it's beautiful. Lots of ways to use it, and I've really been enjoying it. So I wanted to mention those as well in case you have missed my Instagram videos, which I do put up every Wednesday if you're not following me on Instagram. Okay, the last makeup item is the lipstick that I'm wearing today, and these are the new BK Beauty lipsticks that were just launched this past week, I believe. And they are gorgeous. Another thing that I have on my Instagram, if you look on my highlights, it says, I don't know, it's either makeup or makeup I love or something like that. I have swatched all 5 of the lipsticks and all 4 of the lip liners. I used a lip liner in last week's Instagram Get Ready With Me. And this lipstick is in the shade Acceptance. And this is my favorite out of all of them. And again, it's all that I have on my lips today. So I don't even know why I swatched it because you can see it on my lips, but that is it swatched. I don't have any gloss or anything on top of it, but it does have a nice balmy sheen to it. It's very comfortable. These are quality lip products. Okay, I have nothing bad to say about them. They're gorgeous colors. When I posted the swatches, I can't tell you how many people responded and said, oh my goodness, those are breathtaking colors, because they are. They're just absolutely beautiful. I think everybody would really love them. I had a lot of people respond and say that because they saw the swatches, they purchased some, which I love, because who doesn't want to support another woman-owned business? If you don't know, Lisa J Makeup here on YouTube owns BK Beauty and started it. And I love supporting them. I love their products. They have not brought anything out yet that I have not loved. So I definitely wanted to mention those, show it on the lips, and direct you to the swatches so that you can pick out some for yourself, because I have no doubt that you're gonna love them. And then finally, I have to talk about the fragrance of the month for me. This is by far the one that I have worn the most. I purchased it in October. I called it my birthday perfume because my birthday was in October, but really it's just a perfume I wanted, so I bought it. And this is from Navitas Perfumes or Parfums, and it's Soir Exclusif. Beautiful bottle. When you see this bottle online, it doesn't really do it justice until you hold it in your hands and look at how beautiful it is. For the simplicity of it, it's still very beautiful in my opinion. Now this is, to me, pretty perfect for this time of year. It's got top notes of almond, blood orange, coffee, and orange, Brazilian orange. I don't smell the orange so much as I do the almond and the coffee. And then The middle notes of orchid, tonka bean, marshmallow, and licorice. I mean, base notes, driftwood, vanilla, balsam, ambergris, musk, and oak moss. Now, I do believe I talked about this in my Playing with New Makeup video this month, and I mentioned there that the main notes that I get are almond, coffee, tonka bean, marshmallow, and vanilla. I don't really get licorice, not big on licorice, so I'm not mad that I don't get it. I don't really get the ambergris either, although I'm sure that all of them mixed together help bring out the ones that I smell the most. And this just smells like fall in a bottle. It's gourmand, but it's not cloyingly sweet at all. It is beautiful. It is technically a unisex perfume, and I could totally see Chad wearing this. I don't want him to, because then I can't wear it as much. No, I'm not that selfish. Maybe. Oh, it just smells so good. So good, but again, I can like really overspray this and I'm not going to knock anyone down, but I smell it on myself throughout the day. And I've mentioned that hundreds of times, that what I look for in a perfume is that I can smell it on myself. I wear perfume for me, not for other people. So I feel like I can just drench myself in it. I'm not going to knock someone down. It's not going to precede me in a room, but I'm going to be able to smell it all day. So love that so much. I was so happy. It was a blind buy and I could not be more happy with that purchase. So that's it. That is my long-winded favorites from October. You know, some months I have hardly any, and then some months I have like this, where I feel like almost everything I tried, I loved. So hopefully you enjoyed this. You got some ideas. As always, I will list and link everything down in the description box. Be sure and like and subscribe and hit that notification bell, because again, I get so many people not knowing that I started posting more regularly and they're like, we're not seeing your videos. And that makes me sad. So be sure to hit that notification bell. I hope you're all staying happy, healthy, safe, and sane, and that most of all, you go out and have a very blessed day.